Welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a first impression on this Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder. I am very intrigued by this product. I don't know really what it is, what you're supposed to do with it, and I intentionally did not watch any reviews on it because I really wanted to make up my mind on camera. Yeah. I also have this Saie concealer. This is brand new. It's the Sheer Brightening Under Eye Concealer, and I thought I would just try those on camera with you guys. So if you're interested, continue watching. If you're new here, welcome. I'd love for you to join the family and subscribe down below. And I'm gonna go grab my water because of course I forgot it, and we're gonna get into the makeup. All right, so this is a texture reducing, coverage boosting, blurring balm to powder that balances oils throughout the day while maintaining hydration. This is so bizarre. How to tap on with fingers to smooth and blur textures areas. I was very confused because I'm not sure, is this just a primer? Is this a powder that you put on top of foundation? Is this a foundation in itself? Let's see. This is number 3 that I got right here. And I'm not sure how many colors it comes in. If you look at Sephora, you'll know. But I love the packaging. Look how beautiful that is. And then you have this little thing here. I think you pop this, push this in, and then you can get the spatula out. And then this is the product. I think I love the packaging. It's really cool. Okay, let me feel it. Okay. It feels like a cream foundation, a very slippery cream foundation. Let me put it a little bit here to swatch. And let me see if it kind of becomes, I wouldn't say powdery, but it dries down. So bizarre. Okay, I think I'm going to try it a couple ways. I think I'm going to start on this side and try to just use it as a foundation. Maybe we'll start with that and see how it works. And then maybe I'll put a foundation here and put it on top to see if that helps. To me, when I feel this one, it feels just like a light coverage foundation. That's more of a balmy consistency. I know you're not supposed to put your fingers in there, but you know, I'm not great at that. So I scooped some out and I'm gonna put it on this side. I have no primer on. Okay, did I put too much? Maybe. I'm taking this It Cosmetics brush and then, okay, pushing this in. I like the color. The color's pretty. It's a little lighter than I am right now, but I think it works. Okay. So right now, I just kind of pressed it in, and I see it on the skin a little bit. To me, it literally looks just like a foundation, like a waxy, more base foundation. I would say it's a medium coverage right now because it did cover like a lot of my freckles. Okay, it's not looking the best right here, around my nose right there. There's some dryness. However, I do have to mention that I just haven't been taking care of my skin that well. So this could very well be just my skin, but I feel it and it's all coming off. See, like when I touch my skin, I see the product on my hand right there. Okay. Not super convinced yet. Maybe I added a little bit too much. I'm going to put my brush straight in there and then put it on this side. To me, this just reminds me of a balm foundation pretty much. I don't think it's anything special. It does look really nice on the skin. What I'm going to do now, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a foundation on this. I'm going to use the Yummy Skin foundation. And then I'm going to put a foundation on top of this one because this is supposed to be a primer as well. So I'm going to put foundation over everything. And then I'm going to try to powder or like use this on top of foundation for like extra coverage, they were saying. Okay, let's check that. So I have the Yummy Skin in 6N, the foundation. I can't remember if the color is right or not, but I do like this foundation. You need so little though. I'm going to take just that much and use my fingers to push this in because look, it goes a long way. I probably should have moisturized a little bit better. I did moisturize, but we were out throughout the day and I don't think I moisturized again. So I put the Yummy Skin foundation right here and then I'm going to take a little bit and put it on top of this. Let's see how that will work. If it doesn't work, I'll just wipe it off. It's no big deal. I'm going to use a brush just because I have that underneath. So this side definitely has more coverage and it's a little more perfected, a little smoother. So yeah, I can see this as a primer, but it's almost like I'm putting a balm foundation and then another foundation on top of that. I think it looks nice. I like this side better than this side. This is more natural, a little bit more glowy. This definitely looks a little bit more matte and perfected. However, I do feel like it sits on top of the skin a little bit more than this side. And it feels heavier overall on this side, which makes sense. You have two things on it, but yeah, I'm not sure how much you guys can see, but I'll try to zoom you in so you can kind of see the skin. So this is just with the foundation with no primer. No moisturizer either. And then this side is with the primer or the blurring balm. And it definitely looks much more perfected, more velvety almost. So I think I prefer this side right now. It's a little too heavy though, but yeah. Okay, let me grab this with my foundation brush. I'm going to pick up a little bit and then add it here just to kind of set. But honestly, you're just adding another layer of foundation, if you ask me. Okay, so I've sat with this for about 5 minutes just to kind of see how it sinks into the skin, how it's looking. And I think both sides is looking okay. I prefer this side that had this as a primer rather than on top of a foundation. This side looks just a little bit heavier to me. But I remember reading somewhere that like, I think it was Sephora, something like, oh, throughout the day, it's kind of mesh with your skin a little bit more, which a lot of my favorite foundations do that. It takes a little bit to kind of connect with your oils and get to your skin and just, it starts looking better throughout the day. So I will do a wear test. However, I'm not sure if I want to do this wear test. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to take it off, moisturize my skin and use this alone. And then I'm going to try this concealer as well because I think those hopefully will work. The concealer is super luminous, super glowy. So I don't want a ton of coverage. So let me wipe this off and then I'm going to moisturize my skin real well. And then I'll come back and apply this all over the skin. Okay, I put my moisturizer on and I added a little bit of a Danessa Myricks primer. I really love this one. I really want the deeper one for the summer because it's light enough where like it'll give you, I think, just like a bronzy look. So I'm gonna take a little bit more of this one. I really like the packaging. It's like satisfying. So I'm gonna scoop just a little bit. I think last time I probably added too much. So I'm gonna put this on my hand. This reminds me a little bit of the RCMA little like foundation. If you don't know them, they're kind of wax based, and I use them a lot in my weddings and like events. So this reminds me a lot of that one. I want to use my finger a little bit. So this is kind of the consistency. Like if I, you know, touch it, this is how it's looking like. So I'm going to take a little bit and put it with my fingers. I think this is the way that I would probably use this. I don't see myself using this necessarily under any foundation. I think that would be just too much for me personally, but it did look nice when I did put it under. It gave more coverage, obviously, and it made the foundation look nice. But I tend to go towards lighter coverage foundations, light to medium at best. I don't like a full coverage. It makes me feel it's like I'm covered. And if I don't need it, I don't use it. Okay, I love that so much. Use less. It literally looks like my skin. It looks beautiful. And I love it with the fingers because I feel like I can like really blend in the product and like kind of push it into the skin, and it becomes one with the skin. And they said that this could be an eye primer. I almost stabbed my eyes. I think that looks nice as well. Take a little bit here as well. So I put a very little on. I'm going to add just a little bit more to see how it builds up. I may use my brush. I may add just a tiny bit, and I'm going to try to build it up just around here. Just a little bit to see if I can cover a little bit more of the redness. And I'm kind of pushing the product and slightly sweeping it, because I have a feeling if you just do this, that it'll move the product too much because it's so emollient, where it won't stay in place. But if you kind of push it and drag it, I think this will work well that way. Okay, it's looking very, very beautiful. I actually love this with that primer, the glowy primer from Danessa Myricks. I think it looks really good. I'm also taking a little bit of my concealer brush and kind of, you know, touching up certain areas where I need more coverage. A little bit on my nose. Guys, I'm really liking this product. It's so much better this time than before. I wasn't very excited when I first put it on. I felt like it was heavy. But now this looks really nice. And I like how practical it is. So you can just pick up a little bit, add where you need it. I think this will be perfect as a bronzer. I'm going to get a deeper shade. And I'm curious if I should put any under my eyes. Probably not, just because I'm trying to see the coverage of the Saie, which it is a light coverage from what I understand. Okay, this is how it's looking right now. I think it's looking really good. I love the way it looks on my skin. I love that glowier primer underneath. I think and the moisturizer, because I did use a thicker moisturizer. I think that helped a lot, and I'm really liking the way my skin looks right now. I think it's really pretty. The color is just a little bit light, like half a shade lighter, maybe one shade, but I'll make it work. It's not bad enough. I put a little bit of bronzer and I think it's gonna be perfect. Now let's move on to the Saie. I'm not gonna powder this. I don't think I'm going to powder the Danessa Myricks. I think I'm going to just leave it the way it is. Now, Saie came out with a new concealer. I don't have their like foundation tinted moisturizer. I have their powder, and that's it, I think, from the brand. But it's a brand that I'm interested in. The bronzer I've been interested in for a while, and it's sold out. And I love their powder. So this is the concealer, how it's looking. If you'll focus, there we go. I got the shade 2, and I'm so glad I went in store to look at the shade, because I was ready to get shade 4, 3 or 4, and that would have been way too dark. So I'll swatch the number 2 here. And the number 1 was lighter and a little bit more peachy. I'm sorry, a little bit more pink. So I was surprised that I was shade number 2. Now this is a very glowy. I swatched it yesterday, and it is very light coverage from what I could tell. So I'm going to put it under here. I do have some dark circles. Maybe I should have, corrected them, but I just really want to see how this is going to look like. I'm going to take my Sonia G Mini Base and blend this in. That looks so good. It's a very glowy though. If you're somebody that does not like a glowy under eyes, this is not for you whatsoever. I personally love a glowy under eyes. I'm actually going to bring it down a little bit because I think it looks really pretty. Guys, look at this glow under my eyes. It may be even a little bit much, even for me. I may have to powder this, otherwise I have a feeling like it's not gonna stay. I want to read a little bit about this concealer. It's a light coverage, liquid formula, hydrating, radiant. It brightens, blurs, and smooths skin to create an all over radiant finish. So I really agree, this is very glowy. I would say it's too glowy for me to leave it like this. I will have to powder, and my fear is when I powder, I probably won't love it as much. I will use the Saie powder because, I don't know, they're probably meant to go together. But I could see myself using something like this on a no makeup kind of day. That's kind of the vibe I get from this. And I think overall the brand is more like that. But it looks really pretty under the eyes right now. Very glowy. And I do think, I wouldn't say that it's smoothed necessarily my lines, but it didn't emphasize them. Okay, let me get the powder. Okay, so this is the Saie powder. This is in translucent. And I will apply this one. I'm going to try to make sure that there's like no lines, which there are. Okay, and then set. Oh, actually, that sets nice. That actually did a really good job. It doesn't look heavy at all, and it looks so much better than this side. Okay, let's zoom in. So here we have the powdered side and then the normal side. And I definitely like the powdered better. It smooths and blurs a little bit more. All right, guys, that's how we're looking right now. I am going to finish my makeup off camera because otherwise this video will be so long. It probably already will be, because I do want to do a check-in, probably natural light, to kind of show you how my skin is looking like. Yeah, let me finish my makeup and I'll be right back. So this is how we're looking like. I think everything is looking really nice. I'll tell you real quick what I have on my eyes. I have this, no, not that one. This one, yes, the Honeymoon Tom Ford. I put very little of that, a little bit of this in the inner center and on the lash line. This as a blush. What did I use as a blush? Oh, my Westman Atelier Chouchette blush. On my, as a highlighter, I used the Westman Atelier. This is Peau de Santé. And it's the highlighter right there. I think it's so beautiful. It's very light. And then on the lips, I have the Hourglass little new volumizing lippy in Trace. Now, I did line my lips first with this Esum liner. This color right here. It's called Nude. And I really like using these better with a lip liner because I feel like it keeps the product more in because it's so liquidy. I feel like it's emollient. It kind of moves. So having a lip liner really helps, but it gives such a beautiful, like, juicy lip look to your lip. And that's it. That's all I did. And I think the skin looks really good. I even like the under eyes. I don't think it's too glowy. Now that I said it, there's a little bit of subtle, like it gets into my fine line right here. Very little, but almost all of concealers do that. And yeah, I'm really liking it. Let's zoom you in and look at the skin. So this is how the skin is looking like. The concealer. I think it looks really good. It looks like my skin. It looks really, really good actually. And I like that I didn't put like everywhere that foundation, the balm. I just kind of put it in certain areas that I needed. And it looks beautiful. It looks like my skin just perfected. All right, so I will try to do a check-in outside in natural light just to show you how the skin is looking like, and also at the end of the day. I'm not sure how long I can wear it. I need to mow because we're going out of town, so I need to mow the grass. So we'll see if we put this through the mowing test or not, but yeah, so far I'm loving it. I think it looks really good and I'm excited. I'm just excited about this product because I think it's a little bit more unique, something new out there, and it kind of does what it says. It works as a primer, it works on top of foundation, it works as a foundation, which is probably the way I would use it, and I'm really liking it. So, all right, I'll see you guys in a little bit. So it has been, I want to say 3-4 hours since I had this on. Let's zoom you in. I am outside in the back porch, and I think everything is looking really good. I didn't really do a ton today, just kind of around the house. We did go out to get some shoes for we have a wedding, so I needed some shoes for a wedding, so I went there, and I think everything looks really good. I don't feel like I have makeup on. It doesn't feel heavy at all. It feels really nice. The under eye situation is also pretty good. I hope the light is decent. Let me move. Okay, I came in the front because the sun is in the front and now it's like super bright, but maybe it'll give you an idea how everything is looking like. Today it has been the most beautiful day because it's kind of sunny, but it's not hot at all. It has I don't know, it's like the perfect day. So yeah, I think the makeup is looking really, really well. I love it so far. I think it's really good and it stayed well. I will mow the grass next. So we'll see how that works, and I'll do a check-in at the end of the day. It has been a long day. I changed because I mowed and I didn't want to be in my nice shirt. And I think the makeup is still looking very, very well. Surprisingly well for having it on all day and being outside mowing our big grass that was overgrown for like 2 weeks. And it's looking great. I will zoom you guys in. So it has faded a little bit, but not too much. Like I don't see much fading, a little bit. Right here around the nose area, I see a little separation for the product, like right here. And let's see the other side. A little bit on this side, but not as bad. The chin, you know, it's a little gone, but it's not terrible. Even around the mouth, there's definitely places where it has moved, but it's not bad at all. Let's see the under eyes. The under eyes are actually surprisingly good. I have food in my mouth. Got it out. I'm so ready to be done with these braces. I was supposed to be done like 2 months ago, and anyway, yes, the under eye is looking so well. I did not expect it to last this well. It definitely has faded, so I'm not as covered as I was, you know, before, but just overall, I find it to be very faded, very pretty, and I still look good. Like I think my makeup still looks put together, nice, a little faded, but not terrible. So I'm kind of impressed with both of the products. I'm going to talk just a little bit about this one. I find this to be such a interesting product. I like that the packaging. I think I talked about it a little bit. I just dropped the top. I like that it's in this, and like I can kind of just paint it on my face pretty much. Obviously, this little scoop is great. You know, you don't want to really put bacteria and all this junk back into this, but I am not the best at that. I tend to be kind of whatever with it. I think because I don't have very sensitive skin, I don't really break out easy. So I like the packaging. I think it's really cool. I think it's smart that they put this little top here. And I like the actual product. I find the product to be easy to use, very versatile, which I was kind of, in the first time I put it on, I thought, oh, I feel like it's like just advertising, like this is just the basic Balm foundation, and I kind of think it is in a way, but you can definitely put it on top of another foundation and kind of set that. You can definitely use it as a primer. I thought it looked really nice. You could definitely put it on your eyes. So overall, I think it does everything that it claims to do, but the way I see myself using it is just a regular foundation. I actually found that it gave me medium coverage. I know this says, I think, that it has more of a light coverage. I found it to have really good coverage. And generally with Danessa Myricks products, they give you more coverage than you think. And so, yeah, I'm really impressed with this one. I'm excited. It's something new, and yeah, I like it. And then the concealer, where are you? Here. I love it. It is a very, very brightening. I don't think I would love it if I don't set it. But the combination between this and the powder that they have, I think it works so well. This is so radiant that I feel like it almost looks patchy because of the radiance. I hope I'm making sense. Not when I look at it, but on camera, I could see like, oh, because it gives more shine here and less here. It depends how the light reflects it. I could see how this could look not as smooth as it really is. This is just a detail that I noticed as I was applying it. When I was building it up, I looked in the mirror, and I kind of had to do a double take. Oh, is it blended well, or is it just like the shine or the light hitting it? So that's just something to mention. But I do love the consistency, and I don't think it got just glowier throughout the day. I think it wore really well. So I don't know about the combination that it's works well, but I enjoy products like these because they're easy to use in a way. And like, if I had absolutely no makeup on and just a little bit of this, some brow and lip product, I probably wouldn't set it because it has a beautiful finish to it, but it's very radiant. So yeah, so far I enjoy these two products, and I'm excited because I feel like I haven't tried new products in a little bit because I was, you know, sick and everything. And I really liked, by the way, this primer with the Danessa Myricks. I thought that this was like a genius combination. So good. All right, guys, that is it. I would love to hear your thoughts on these products. Have you tried the Balm? Is this how it's called? Oh, this thing keeps falling. This is the third time I try to put it back in. I wonder if I'm not putting it in properly. Anyway, this is, yes, a balm powder. I don't really get the powder in this. It's a balm. It's just what it is. So that is all for today. Leave me your thoughts down below, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.